Welcome back to Grizzlies. My name is Neil Rule here with Coach Kampe after a loss at Northern Kentucky in the quarterfinals of the Barbasol Horizon League Basketball Championship in camp. Northern Kentucky came out, landed a punch to the gut. You guys were able to fight back a couple of times, but in the end, NKU just had a little more.
They played great. They shot the ball unbelievable coming off with the way they shot it against us Saturday. You know, the second half they were 8-11 from the three. They came out in the first half today and went 9 for 17, I think, or 9 for 14 or something like that. So, you know, I mean, they're shooting the ball at 65-70% from the three. It's going to be hard to beat a team like that. Now, one might say, well, they got a lot of open looks, but they didn't. You know, we guarded them pretty darn good. You know, I give them credit. I mean, Warwick was unbelievable. He's probably a first-team All-League player that was on the second team, and he probably wanted to prove to the world that he's a first-team All-Leaguer, and I think he did. I mean, he was fantastic. We played really good, Neil. We played really good. We shot the ball at 50% from the floor. We shot the three at 43%, which for us is unbelievable. We made 81% from the free throw line, even though we missed 4 big ones in the first half. And then we only turned it over 7 times against their zone. You know, they live off steals, and one of the top steals teams in the country, and we really handled it well. We played good. We played a really good basketball game. We just came up short.
At camp, is that what makes it sting a little more, knowing, you know, you put up those kinds of numbers? When you do that and turn it over that little, you're supposed to win when you're on the road. That's what it's supposed to take, right?
Well, it stings because it's over, and
right.
You know, it's another year that we didn't get to the NCAA tournament, and you know those years are starting to pile up, and that's, you know, the holy grail for mid-major basketball is getting to the NCAA tournament, and you only have one way to get there. And so it's hard, but the years are starting to pile up, so it's really disappointing. But I will say this, you know, we knew coming into the year that rebounding was going to be an issue, and we knew that depth was an issue. We had some people not perform at the level that I wanted them to perform, and didn't make the jump that I thought they needed to make, and I think that hurt us as you look at the year. And then I just want to say, in this day and age, in this world of social media and Twitter and everybody telling everybody do what's best for you, transfer, go here, go there, forget about the team and worry about you, which is what this has become. I had a couple kids that easily could have worried about themselves and not played the last couple weeks of the season. I mean, Trey Townsend, I can't believe how well he played tonight. He was from the minute the game ended Saturday until tip time today, or warm-up, he was in a boot. Before the game Saturday, he was in a boot all week. I mean, he just, for him to play at that level, when no one would have been upset with him if he called the year over. I mean, he's going to be in a boot now for 6 to 8 weeks. And you know, they're going to go back in, they'll look at it again, and they may need to put a pin in, and they may not. They'll make that decision, but that's what he's looking at. All right, and then you go to Lampman, who obviously his play has not been what it was all year in the last couple of weeks, although today he played extremely well, 3 for 6 from the three, sucked it up and played. You know, he'll have knee surgery next week. He's got torn meniscus, and he played through that, and easily could have had the knee surgery, and he would not have made it back. He knew that he wouldn't make it back. So the fact that those 2 kids did that, and they did it for Jalen, and they did it for Keaton, and they did it for Oakland. They did it for the team. They did it for Oakland. And, you know, I love those kids, and I'll go to war with those kids at any time, and no matter what anybody says about this year, I'll never forget that.
All right, well, Camp, you know, always all season long, we appreciate the time as well. Big thank you to all the fans out there as well. The Greg Kampe show, everybody showed out, and appreciate it, Camp. Thank you.
Yeah, it's always this, you know, 11 teams want to win this thing, and only one's going to, and no matter when you go out, you're disappointed, and you know, I mean, it's a blow to the gut right now, because you got to go in that locker room and you got to look at those kids, and you got to hold them and hug them and tell them how much you care about them, and you know, we'll be back next year. We'll be back to battle, but those 2 seniors will go on and Oakland will have a special place in our heart for both Keaton and Jalen Moore.
Thanks for the time, Cam.